Hello and welcome to the White Coat Classroom. In this module, we would be studying about the thoracic vertebrae. Talking about the thoracic vertebrae, we have 12 thoracic vertebrae. So over here in the first row, we have first four vertebrae. This is the first vertebra. This is the second one, the third, and the fourth one. In the second row, we have fifth vertebra, sixth vertebra, seventh, and eighth. Here we have is the ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So out of these 12 thoracic vertebrae, we have 8 typical vertebrae and 5 atypical vertebrae. So the atypical vertebrae are the first vertebra, the ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th vertebra. So these five vertebrae are atypical vertebrae, while the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth are typical vertebrae. So let's start our study with the typical thoracic vertebrae. So let's start this module with the anatomy of typical vertebra. Here we have is a typical vertebra. So let's begin our discussion by quickly enumerating the parts of vertebrae, and then we will be studying about the parts in detail. So the first one we have is the body of vertebra. So this is the body of vertebra. This is the vertebral foramen. Here we have is the pedicle. This part is the pedicle of vertebra. This is the superior articular process. Then we have is the lamina. This is the lamina of vertebra. This is the spine of vertebra. Here we have is the transverse process. This is the superior notch. Over this region we have is the superior notch. And inferiorly we have is the inferior notch. Similar to the superior articular facet, inferiorly we have is the inferior articular facet over here. So let's study about each part in detail. So let's start with the body of vertebra. So the body of vertebra is heart-shaped. So here we have is heart-shaped body of vertebra, and the measurements of body is roughly same in anteroposterior axis as well as side to side. The next feature is the body of vertebra has two facets, the superior facet and the inferior facet. So we have two demi-facet. So when we closely examine over this region, we can appreciate a facet over here. So here we have is the superior demi-facet, and over here we have is the inferior demi-facet. So this is the inferior demi-facet and this is the superior demi-facet. In this specimen, we can clearly appreciate this is the superior demi-facet and this is the inferior demi-facet. This superior demi-facet articulates with the corresponding rib, while this inferior demi-facet articulates with the lower rib. And that's it about the body. The next feature we have is the vertebral foramen. This vertebral foramen is smaller and circular in outline. So this is like a circle and it is smaller compared to the other vertebrae. Here I have is a typical cervical vertebra. In this you can appreciate it is triangle shape, comparing it with the thoracic vertebra, which is circular in shape. The next feature we have is the pedicle part. So this part, this connecting stalk which connects the body to the posterior part is the pedicle. This pedicle is smaller pedicle and it is directed backwards. When we look closely, we can appreciate the superior vertebral notch. This is the superior vertebral notch. It is a shallow notch, while the inferior vertebral notch is a deep notch. So this was about the notches, the superior and the inferior notch. The next feature which we can appreciate is the articular plexus. So here we have is the superior articular plexus and below we have is the inferior articular plexus. So from a posterior view, we can clearly appreciate the superior articular plexus. Here we can appreciate the inferior articular plexus. So here we have is the inferior articular plexus. Superior articular plexuses are directed upwards and they articulate with the higher vertebra, while the inferior articular plexuses are directed downwards and articulate with the lower vertebra. So in this vertebra, we can appreciate this is the superior articular plexus, and here we have is the inferior articular plexus. So this inferior articular plexus would be articulating with the next corresponding vertebral superior articular plexus. So this is how the superior articular plexus of lower vertebra articulates with the inferior articular plexus of the higher vertebra. The next feature which we can appreciate is the lamina. This part is the lamina of vertebra, and the lamina overlaps each other and they are united in the posterior part forming the spine. The spine of vertebrae is a long process. So this is a long process which is directed downwards as well as backwards. So this is directing backward as well as downward. The spine is directed more downwards in 5th to 9th vertebrae. Here in the frame we have is the 4th vertebra, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th vertebra. We can clearly appreciate from 5th vertebrae onwards, the spine is more directed downwards. After the spine of vertebra, the next feature we have is the transverse process. The next feature which we have is the transverse process. So this is the transverse process which arises from the junction of pedicle and lamina. And these transverse processes are directed laterally. These are large masses which are formed, and in thoracic vertebrae, there is a typical feature, that is presence of articular area. So over here we can appreciate an articular area. So this is that articular area which articulates with the corresponding rib forming the costo-clavicular joint. And that's it about the typical vertebrae. See you there in the next module of atypical vertebrae.